Oh, what is going on, everybody? My name is Japes. Episode number 2 on the day. Picked up Big Damien right there. I alluded to it in the episode before. We did pick him up for a relatively reasonable price as well. Strong looking squad. Making our way to Division 4. Coming up against this guy. He's using Falcao as an attacking mid. I thought it was a bit bizarre. And then I noticed he had RVP as his CDM, which was even more bizarre to me. I didn't really know what to expect. And then, in the third minute when he gave me a pretty good opportunity, we're going to be able to put this one right away. Carlos V smashing it into the far corner. 3 minutes, 30 seconds into the game. His brain might have been a little bit away from the controller while he was making his team or choosing his cam and CDM options. And right there, same sort of thing. The process, the thoughts, they just maybe it was just one of those days. We're slowly working possession forward. One of the things I love about the false nine is the ability to change the point of attack through the midfield and rotate through. And then when you've got skilled players like Correa right there, taking full advantage. He is a little bit of a wonder and a player that I very much look forward to testing out in 16 as well, because I imagine he's going to be rated somewhat very similarly, and he's not going to go for a ton just because there are a bunch of same as this year. There are very highly rated BBVA options that compete for him in that position that people want to put in there. So it's going to be the way to go. On the topic of different things, something that I'm actually not going to get into that right now. But as a teaser, I cannot wait for the Legend chemistry. Let me tell you exactly why. Those of you guys that are on PlayStation, I am sorry, because you are going to miss out on making some really, really cool squads this year. I had somebody recently ask me, said, Japes, should I get a PS4 or should I get an Xbox? And I was like, well, what percentage of your gaming life revolves around FIFA? If it's over 50%, or if it's still the largest percent game that you play, you're doing yourself a disservice if you're not getting an Xbox. The way the Legend chemistry works this year is you will get a link to any player on Ultimate Team if they are next to a Legend. That is actually ridiculous. So think about it this way. Zlatan, I didn't like using him this year because I didn't really care for any of the PSG or French League links. And so you're kind of forced into, all right, do I bring him on as a sub or do I just not really use him? This next year, I can set up Zlatan in all sorts of different positions, formations, whatever I want, as long as I'm going to have some legends around to help him out. It just makes it absolutely any team you want theoretically becomes feasible. Or if you have 5 key players that play current day that you want to fit into a squad, you'll be able to put legends around them. A lot of you guys are going to say, well, Japes, you're a YouTuber. Of course you're going to get your hands on all the legends and stuff like that. But don't you worry. When Path to Power hits for FIFA 16, I'm going to have to do some trading because I'm going to want those to build squads with in 16 as well. So definitely going to be getting a little bit more on that trading, a little bit more about that trading life. This opponent that I played right here, really, really good player. It took me all the way to the 90th minute. It showed you all the stoppage time to just show you exactly how it played out because there really weren't any other highlights from the game. Though I will say he had a late penalty and I saved it. So I was like, I am all that is. It wasn't quite like that, but I was pretty jacked. I was pretty pumped about it at the time. Saucy Skills CF almost gave us our first loss, but we win the title 7-0 Division 5, 7,000 coins in the bank, 34-1-1 the overall record. Remember, the one loss at this point in time was from that disconnect after we already won, so I would have been feeling really, really sweet with my FIFA life right now if I had managed to make it this far without dropping points. Had to do some switching around. Tremolinas picked up a bit of a knock. We had some fitness problems. Human Geoduck 487. Saw the team name and I thought that sounds very generic. Chances are he could have bought an account. I don't know what he was. Guy was just being difficult with kit selection. We went in there and he's got some pink players. He's got Team of the Season Balassi is a CM, which I thought was an interesting. It's just an interesting way of going about things. But he was definitely trying to do some skills, and it was not really working out in his favor. Nice little passing sequence right here, though. Just getting some triangles together, and then it's just a wonderful change over to the right side. And Bruma is just far too quick, and the spin was not that great, but got by him nonetheless. And I think yes, Hesse is in there to put it away. You guys know that I've messed up on calling James and Hesse, which one it's been so many times. But luckily we've got Isco in at the center forward spot this game, and Bruma just quick enough to manage to, I guess take it right away. It's one of those things I see people make a mistake defending all the time. Sometimes it's better to just hit B and clear it out rather than try to control possession. What a first-time ball that is in there. And then Isco, no mistake about it, with his weaker left foot, smashes it into the bottom corner. The ball roll is so tasty when it comes off just like that. It's a 3-0, 55th minute. And I did promise another episode today. Do not worry. Have no fear. I have not forgotten about that as well. But I think we're going to step away from Path to Power for that. I'm going to put the old mug on screen because I think it's been a little while since I've chatted with you guys. So I will probably do a little bit of that, go over some things, talk about that new series that I want to get started so you guys can help me start to put together some content for that. Because I will need your input. So there we go, 3-1 the final score, starting off Division 4 properly. That's where we're going to come to an end of this episode. Thank you all for watching. My name is Japes, and I will catch you all next time.